Welcome, dear viewers, fellow casuals. You're watching Primetime Casual, and this is Distant Worlds 2. With me today is fellow Bavarian and fellow rock rat, Commander Greatest.
Hello, Niam.
Wonderful, it works. Greatest, it works. I'm so glad. Yeah, we had the usual elite experience of winging up and instancing. So
Naturally.
Naturally. Right, let me
The real game we're all playing is the instancing challenge.
Alright, now, do we have here? Right, what we're doing, and I'm just noticing that this thing here isn't on. Okay, Greatest, for some reason, give me a second, because Greatest has written a great tool to track our opt. All right.
Yeah, you'll have to land first and get beyond the finish line before you fire that up. Else it will not work.
So what we're doing basically, before we get to the this tool that Greatest has written, we are circumnavigating this little quantum world here that I'm currently loop of shaming.
People say I'm echoing.
You're echoing. That's not good.
So maybe I'm coming through two channels on your end.
Yes. Greatest echoing. Give me a second. Highly professional. Yes, I can see why. Okay. So I had this brilliant idea how to control output of Discord separately, but it seems to not work. Please talk, Greatest.
Am I still echoing, please? Not?
Is he still echoing?
I think it sounds better now.
Yeah. You're also louder.
Yay!
And that's okay. I can turn you down on Discord if it's too loud. Right, so this is the quantum world. It has a radius of 137 kilometers. Which gives
Is it the smallest planet out there now? Is that confirmed?
It's what I think, at least.
I read somewhere that someone said it was the smallest one, but I was surprised because I was pretty sure that we found smaller ones before, but I'm not 100% sure though.
Well, I can tell you that.
I mean, 137 kilometers radius. That is pretty small. Don't get me wrong, but I thought we had something closer to 100 kilometers, of like 112-ish.
Really?
But I don't know for sure anymore. If somebody in the chat could look that up, that would be amazing. But it is a quite small world. Let's just go with that.
It is very small. 137 kilometers in radius, which means we have a circumference, equatorial circumference of 860 kilometers.
Ish.
Actually, pretty precisely.
No, well, yes. But the actual distance we'll be driving is going to be different because there is, elevations and dips in the terrain, so that will slightly alter your actual driven distance.
And we won't stay on the equator all the time, precisely, so
yeah, we'll have some deviation, so, but 860, it's close enough to what we'll actually...
Less than 900, let's put it this way.
And I hear you landing, yay!
Yes, and I can see your crate. And
looks weird with night vision.
Yeah, without night vision it just looks dark.
Oh yeah, who in chat, because I see Maximilian there, who in chat is doing this with us? I know Max is also driving around Quantum World right now, or he'll start with us, I guess. Who else? Is there anybody else in chat who's doing it as well? We're gonna try it in, the same instance. We'll see how exaggerated the damage will be on the SRVs. I hope it's not going to be too bad with just 2 people in the instance.
Yes.
But we'll see. If it's okay, then you guys can link up as well. Not while I breathe. It's not that bad, Burr.
You haven't seen Burr drive. It's a.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
it's an experience. Right. Let's see. There it is. Your fantastic tool. I hope you can all see that. Down there, probably. There.
Yep, I can see it just fine.
So we have a distance of 860 kilometers. We have elapsed time. We have estimated time remaining, which is a stat that I would really have not included. But okay. And we have our average speed. So I think to keep to our estimate of between 6 and 7 hours, we need to average around between 40 and 50 meters per second. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right, I'm currently moving up to the finish or starting line rather.
Both. And I would be so glad if this little leaving wing would go away, but
oh, that's annoying. I mean, that's been in the game for what now, like 2 or 3 years, and they still haven't fixed that bug. It's so stupid.
There are quite a few bugs.
I actually overshot a little bit. So what you want to do is sit just beyond the zero. What's that? The zero longitude, latitude, longitude. I think it is.
I get those.
So you're in the positive, and then you can fire up the tool. Like you click the start button when we take off.
Yeah.
All right. So the starting line is right around here-ish.
Oh, yeah. I know this.
I nailed it.
All right. Fantastic. Okay.
All right, let's see. Do we use night vision? Probably good idea. Let me quickly adjust my modules so we don't waste any fuel. We don't need sensors. We don't need the repeater, wave scanner.
Yes.
Power distributor. All we need is life support, really.
I'm having the problem that somehow OBS is...
Wait, I cannot turn off my canopy? I'm disappointed. Say again?
I have the problem that somehow my OBS is a bit choppy right now for some reason. It's only pushing over 30-40 frames per second. Yes, Tywin, my face cam is in the way. Okay. We'll get to that.
Move it up to the top right-hand corner, maybe.
Yeah. Just deactivating everything we don't need. Power distributor, cargo hatch, scanner, life support. We should keep that. Shields, we don't need shields, correct?
No, we just life support. That's all you have to leave on, really. And make sure you've set your pips correctly before you turn the power distributor off.
Yes. Sanderling, hi. We expect to take
7-ish hours, let's say.
7-ish
We'll
hours.
see if we'll take longer because the terrain is awful, or if we'll be quicker because, I don't know, we have a good day.
Alright.
You just ascended.
Yes. The ascended elite player. Here we are. Okay.
Alright, so whenever you want to take off, hit that start button and let's get going. We have enough to drive ahead of us.
What if I don't want to?
To fly.
Alright.
There's no turning back now, prime time. You're
Cheers.
with me on this. One last sip.
Let's go.
After you, good sir.
Woo! Yeah, this starting area is very bumpy.
It is indeed. But with night vision, it's actually quite... Or it's actually... it's easier, let's say, to hit these
Yes.
bumps correctly.
A lot easier. Night vision makes driving also on mountains, even on the day side, night vision just helps you pick out the edges.
Yeah.
And you can see these pebbles of death a lot earlier.
Yeah, the pebbles. I did not miss them.
No, really not. I wish they kept the
pebbles
bug.
of doom.
I wish they kept the bug where they weren't generating.
Yeah, that was very opportune.
So, Kratos, what's your experience on Distant Worlds 2 so far?
Well, so far I haven't taken part in like many of the waypoint events. The start for me was a bit because instancing was a disaster and the servers crashed and everything was bad. So I didn't actually manage to do the starting, like the mass jump. I missed that because I didn't get logged in. But after that, I just took my own route. I dipped down quite far beneath the galactic plane, actually, and discovered some fresh new systems down there. Nothing too exciting in terms of findings just yet. Also, no what are they called? Notable stellar phenomena yet.
Really?
But it's an interesting region down there. No, I haven't found any of those yet.
Because I'm finding lots of them, actually.
What's your process? Like, do you just look at the scanner, the FSS, or do you look at your nav panel?
No, the scanner.
Yeah, I've never seen a signal down in the interesting range.
That's strange.
I mean, I guess I'm just infected by Josh's syndrome of not finding these.
Yeah, possibly. But nebulae are actually a pretty good place.
Yeah, I've never been close to a nebula, so that might be a reason why.
Because the Omega Nebula or the Eagle Nebula, I think Tywin was in the Eagle Nebula, they were full of it. Full of stellar phenomena, actually. El Sanderling. Yes, in VR driving. Oh dear.
So you want to take a slight right to stay on the equator.
Yes, I want to actually just control the tumble currently. Whoa. I do have a couple of grade 3 repairs, so my first repair will be one of those.
Yeah, I think I'm all good.
Yeah.
I collected enough materials when mining for the CG.
You know, I'm just looking at the... it says we'll be taking less than 6 hours. And we're not going fast. We are actually...
We're at 40. Yeah, that's what I told you. I mean, this planet is quite small. It's like almost 200 kilometers less than what I did on my first circumnavigation, so...
Yes,
we're not going to take too long, but take into account that we don't know the terrain up ahead, and we will take some breaks, so that'll push the average down again.
We will take breaks. Everyone in the stream, we will take breaks in between. I don't know about Kratos, but I'm not getting any younger. And I'm already having flashbacks. Post-traumatic stress from Meteorant Hollow. And I keep expecting New Africa to come over the horizon. Like, every second.
Not gonna happen here. Unfortunately, it would be a cool sight.
Unfortunately.
Oh, that was a pebble.
Already a fair bit ahead of me, but that was to be expected.
Who dat?
What on earth are you thinking, honestly?
Hello,
and I did just take some damage mid-air. That's always fun.
You took damage mid-air? What, did you hit a rough piece of air? How did that work?
Apparently, I mean, I guess I hit a turbulence in the vacuum of this planet.
Surely the biggest danger from you is a fellow German at the moment.
Oh, we have that already, that moment.
Yeah, but that's the annoying part. Like, these kind of things that you can't control, these bugs, let's say, in the game, it's what really messes you up. Because that just cost me like 20% of my hull mid-air.
Oh dear.
It's annoying.
I know this is the obvious question, and I can see the face that Prime's going to pull at me as soon as I say this. But what on earth are you thinking?
Well, to be precise,
not
what
very
on
much.
Quantum World, okay?
Well,
I can tell you,
see what you did there.
we weren't thinking one quantum.
Not on Earth, Burr, you idiot.
let me quickly recreate how this came to be. Primetime posted something on Twitter, you know, saying, "Oh, Quantum World, I wonder what you could do there." And I said, circumnavigation. Okay, let's do it. Okay, that was pretty much how this happened.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Prime puts a lot of rubbish on Twitter. You don't have to pay any attention to it. Oh, I honestly, I genuinely, I cannot understand why on earth you're doing this again.
I can't either. And the thing is, I kept hoping that creators would say, "Oh no, I can't do this today. I can't do this. You have to do like alone, or we're just gonna, you know, drive around for an hour or so, have a bit of fun." But no, Greatest is just as stubborn as I am.
Don't blame it on him.
Of course I'm blaming it. No, we're blaming
on him.
We're blaming Ascorbius, you're right.
He's clearly not well. He's not responsible for his actions.
Ah, the pebble got me.
Yeah, I'm already down to 72% as well.
I like to think I'm helping with that as well.
Sanderling, Burr did get into voice because he is in the Ascorbius Discord. Ascorbius was kind enough to let us use his voice channel.
Just so we do hear some other voices from time to time and don't go completely mad.
How did Burr get into voice? Sorry, just... Yeah, I got a pass. Yeah.
Oh god, here they
sure.
come.
Here they come. Here they come.
Oh no.
Hello, Nuke.
More people in voice. Yes, we will probably be glad to have someone to keep us company from time to time.
Where's...
How you doing back there?
You're gonna be happy if that's me.
Oh god, now it's gonna get real confusing in here. 3 Germans.
Oh no. If
Oh,
Tywin makes it, we have 4 Germans.
Oh, Burr as well? Great.
No, Tywin's.
Oh,
I'm definitely not German.
No.
Definitely.
I was gonna say.
You're not efficient enough.
No, we're nowhere near efficient enough.
I have to say, other than the mysterious frame drops in OBS, the stream is working remarkably well.
Yeah, I've not noticed anything. Anyway, it looks fine here, mate.
Really? Then I hope it's just a preview. That would be good.
Ah, I suppose showing the Discord overlay on stream is a useful tool to let people know who's in voice.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Squab could do that, but it would take up even more of his screen.
Yeah, his voice is usually filled
Well,
to the...
it's only really an issue if you have lots of voices on the stream.
It's only really an issue if you have lots of friends, so we're safe.
Yeah. Yes, I don't have any friends. Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of enemies, so they might join.
Oh.
Sabotage.
That's what Greatest is here for.
Don't you spread lies and deception.
Well, I'm not saying that you sabotage in Elite, I only sabotage in Golf.
Well, that's kind of true.
Rock.
No.
Denied.
Yeah.
Should I like wait for you back there?
You could, because I'll have to check my power distributor because it doesn't feel like I have 4 pips to engine.
Well, you do.
Your camera angle is kind of weird. How do you do that?
What angle?
Oh, on
for
the stream.
Crying out loud. Yeah, no, that's a problem. Okay.
Oh, you're not capturing the whole screen. Ah! I just noticed that as well.
It took people quite some time to notice.
Do you know what? I was just thinking. I don't notice that because I play with head tracking all the time, so my screen just looks all kind of weird. It never looks normal.
That's what I was thinking,
give me a
because for
second.
some reason the camera was moving when you moved your eye, so I thought it was like eye tracking or whatever.
Yeah, give me a second. This I have to fix.
And when you said his camera angle was kind of weird, I thought you meant his real life camera, the one pointing at his. I thought that'd be mean.
That's weird as well.
There's this weird face-like structure in the frame.
That's not hair, that's a hat, just so we're all clear.
Is that better now?
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. Yeah. Wow.
I could move the camera down again because I was kind of confused that people said that my camera is in front of the coordinates because it can't be. The coordinates are dead center and my camera is down to the right. But okay.
Stop talking, get going.
Great test. This is like, let's talk more driving.
I'll just, while I'm here, I'll do the repair as well.
You don't have a chance to hit more pebbles if you just stand still.
Yes.
Fair strategy.
That is a sound philosophy.
Winning the game by not playing the game.
Yeah. The only way to win is not to win.
All right. Let's see.
Out of the, I'm not sure if I know the answer to this or not, so I'm going to ask. Out of the two of you, which one has done more circumnavigation?
Oh.
Prime time.
Well, I only have done one.
Yeah, but yours was a lot bigger than mine.
But you got the numbers wrong, so you.
Right. If we go by kilometers driven and circumnavigation, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
By driving time as well. You were just
of course.
faster.
I mean, both.
Yeah.
Interesting point, actually. Let me see.
There are a couple of people who've done more than one.
Right. Okay. Oh, I wouldn't see. I wouldn't.
Hold on. Is that in the codex right now? The statistics? I think it is, right?
There might be a couple of people who have done more than one, but there are also sane people like me who haven't done any.
No, you're what we call boring, and
So my SRV distance traveled is currently up to 14.3 megameters.
Yeah, that's more than me. But to be fair, I didn't start proper flying until Mid-Torrent Hollow. Before that, I didn't do it much.
Yeah, this is a combination of, starting from Distant Worlds 1, basically.
Yeah.
I'm up to... Sorry, you're going to say...
Yeah.
Go on, mate, go on.
I'm up to 9 megameters or something. 9.5 maybe.
Oh, you're gonna maybe crack your 10 megameters then, day.
Maybe not today, but on Distant Worlds too, definitely.
Another possibly stupid question. Do you... I see, I just can't... I'm sure Sandling feels the same as well, because I cannot understand what on earth you see... Don't say it's not Earth. In this, you see. But do you actually enjoy this? Because this is just hell to me.
I do. I actually do enjoy driving and flying.
Yes. It's relaxing, it's meditative. You can get into the zone. You just
relaxing is the first word that springs to mind. Yeah.
Yes.
See, when it comes to SRVs, I find that boring. You might call me boring, but I have scientifically assessed that SRVs are in fact not influenced by force shell cannons. How is that for boring?
That's quite boring, actually. Yeah, that is great.
Imagine the orbital velocities you could get.
Oh yeah, that would be. God.
Yeah, this is one thing I'll still have on my bucket list. Drive an SRV into orbit. I haven't done it yet.
It is actually
already
possible, isn't
that
it?
one off.
Well, proper driving or catapulting with ships as well?
No, just from boosting and jumping from a planet.
Yeah, I haven't managed that quite yet, because it's quite hard to get all the skips right so you get enough speed to actually reach orbital velocities.
But you were close, I think.
I was quite close. Because, especially on these very small worlds with low gravity, you don't actually need that much speed. You just have to counteract the thrusters on the SRV that constantly push you down again, so you're, like, the net orbital velocity that you need to actually stay mid-air or mid-space is a lot higher than if orbited around the planet in a ship, because you can actually do that.
Yes.
I figure for this planet, the orbital velocity would be around, I don't know, 160 meters per second, maybe-ish, so you can do that with almost any ship.
Easily, yeah. Senderling, your orbital velocities, I can't handle. I've flown multi-crew with Senderling on Pomesh, it's insane.
Well, those are not orbital velocities, those are escape velocities.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's incredible on the speed that boy goes. That's ridiculous.
You're veering off to the left again, Prime.
Yes, I found that I tend to do that actually. Was the same on the Hollow. For some
Maybe
reason.
your right wheels are stronger.
Well, I mean, if he's permanently got like a slight drift to the right, at some point he'll have every square meter of this whole planet covered.
Yes. I think that's the plan, wasn't it? We do equatorial, then we go pole to pole, then we do
No. Because I know what you're like. Don't start. Yeah. Don't start saying things like that, because then you'll go, that's what we're doing, and then you'll. I know what you're like. You're the one who accidentally went to Colonia accidentally.
Yeah.
So.
See, but actually, like every time you fire a little probe at a planet to map it, it's actually you just drop him on
Yeah,
there
just...
and he drives around.
patent pending.
Manned probes, I like it.
But you know, sometime I want to go back to Midrange Hollow and do a pole to pole to pole circumnavigation.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
I don't know.
No, you don't.
Crazy.
Yes, maybe.
No, you don't. No.
To be fair, something like Midrange Hollow, this is a long time project. I mean, I did it over 2 months, real time. So yeah.
It is one big planet compared to this.
It is. Especially if you use the wrong formula to calculate the circumference and think, oh well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that is a danger, isn't it?
Well, the only solace you have is you can still blame a Scorpius for it.
We can blame a Scorpius for everything. That's the beauty of it.
Of course you can. I'm going to blame a Scorpius for me having to get food right now.
Oh.
I shall be back. Take that as a promise or a threat.
I can only blame a Scorpius if it's bad food. If it's really delicious, then I wouldn't blame a Scorpius.
Well, I would blame him for
doesn't hurt.
missing this conversation with you.
Alright.
There's always something you can blame him for.
Yeah, always.
So just have to be a bit creative.
I don't know if you guys have saw the chat, by the way, but there is a mad Scotsman on his way to meet you.
Oh no.
A mad Scotsman sandling.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I hope it's Sandling. Please tell me there aren't two, please. Complaining that he's not in the Discord. Hang on, I saw that. Hang on.
It's your loss, really. The mostly aimless Discord is amazing.
I honestly, I went searching for it and I could not find a link. I don't know if
I
it's...
couldn't either. It's very strange.
It's not directly like a public Discord. I mean, if you
Right.
ask the right people, you will probably get on there, but it's not. You can just like find a forum thread and join it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
And not everyone on the Discord can generate invites. So I found.
Ah, okay.
So basically, I had to ask Greytest to send me an invite, so I could send you the invite.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know, grade 3 repairs used to be stronger.
maybe you just used to drive.
Well, that was nice.
Yes, I am a bit rusty with the SLV. I'll admit.
Me too, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Also, we're going uphill currently, so that's why we're going kind of slow-ish.
Kind of slow.
But hey, the prognosis is still 6 hours, so we're good.
Yes, it is.
Your understanding of good and my understanding of good are very different.
I still remember you filming me on the Pommes Ridge. and going, no, we can't tell him how close the edge is. We can't tell him how close the edge is.
Oh, that was so funny.
I've seen the footage, because from the SRV, these ridges, you don't... That's not good.
Sandling, your microphone is not well.
Nope. From the SRV, those ridges were, you know, I was never actually close to falling off, but seeing your perspective, I was actually falling off all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't notice.
You just didn't realise, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maximilian wants to know how you're doing 70.
I'm doing 70.
What?
I'm just doing around 50-ish.
I'm seeing 50 at the moment. I don't know if you have been doing.
But yeah, that's flying. Like, you skip off the planet and then you use your thrusters to increase your speed even more. Just have to make sure that you hit those, you know, those spots when you hit the ground and jump off again right, so you don't spin or slow down. It works quite well. You can easily get up to speeds well beyond 70, actually.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I think on a straight line, the last... Here on Distant Worlds, on a straight line, I had about 150, 160.
Yeah, but again, we're going uphill right now, so
Yes.
that kind of hampers that a bit.
Slows us down a bit.
Small mic check while there's a break.
That's better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Go.
You sounded like a Cylon when you came on before. It was awesome.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Well, Maximilian, still, it's also a matter of what kind of planet you're on. If you have terrain that's good for flying, that gives you ramps to jump off, and gravity is a factor. So
Yeah, low gravity is the main factor, in fact, of getting air and getting speeds. So look for small or for icy planets, or a combination of both,
Yes.
ideally. I mean, icy terrain is a whole different challenge in terms of driving, but if you can manage, you can get even higher speeds out of it.
right, he's driving on Quantum World right now as well. So
He's on the same.
Yeah.
But you're on a much massier bit than it of it. That's what it is. That would be my excuse. The bit you're on,
Massier
fatter.
bit.
It's all right.
So everyone in chat who doesn't know it, the new voice is Commander Sanderling,
Hello.
the mad Scotsman with his racing adder, usually known for hooning around on Pomesh to Sea in the canyons.
He does like a hoon, doesn't he?
Yes,
Um,
he does.
Hooning is on the agenda.
Sanderling,
Hooning
are
around
you
Quantum World is on the agenda.
are you holding this record now?
I believe so, yes.
Nice.
And flight assist off all the time.
Of
course.
Of course.
But
No,
as
I
I
understand.
as I
Sorry.
found out, 10 minutes in an SRV on the Guardian Ruins make him
It's
vomit.
too much. It's too much.
Yeah,
I
it breaks
can't
him.
handle it. I weep like an injured puppy. But no, I don't think anybody else for the speed record's been crazy enough to go back to Strong G and have a go at it. It's a
Yeah, well,
long-term thing.
10
It's
hours.
the equivalent- Yeah.
10
It's
hours.
like you do in the second.
Yeah, so you stayed. Just remind me what you did there, because I know the numbers are ridiculous.
On Mitro and Hollow,
No. Sorry, Sanderling's
Sanderling.
speed record.
Oh, 32,825 meters per second.
In normal space. For goodness sakes. In normal space.
Yes.
So this was.
At low altitude as well.
I'm surprised the game engine can even keep up
It
with
can't.
that.
It can't. It breaks the planets. They go.
It
they-
breaks the planet.
they-
Sanderling is going so fast that he actually breaks planets. Like, you should have a title for that.
in fact, I
Death
told
Star,
Frontier. I
something
did.
like
I did
that.
tweet them on the bug. You know, the Frontier support on the
Yeah,
sent them a
of
tweet.
course they're gonna fix that, because people
And,
usually go 32,000 meters
Well,
a
it's
second, you
a
know?
game-breaking bug. The surface fails to render, and your altimeter goes completely insane. Tell how high you are. It doesn't
think-
update quick.
I think Sanderling, we are on somehow their support blacklist for not taking our tickets seriously, because I complained about the UI experience when trying to fit more than 11 SLVs in a ship. And they never fixed that as well.
Yeah, literally unplayable, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, what? Yeah.
It's like,
Sanderling, whenever
I can't have a litter of SRVs. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you can't. It's obscene. Stop it.
when the planet wasn't rendering, are you sure you just weren't travelling backwards in time or something?
I don't know. Things look very strange.
He went back past the creation of that planet.
Yeah. Dear Frontier Support, travelled in time.
The ground where we're going. We don't need ground. It's quite a strange thing, though.
I keep expecting David Braben to tweet us, please stop breaking my game.
Yeah, just stop.
Just stop playing.
How much money do you want? Please stop.
Yeah.
It's the most disturbing thing is, well, in fact, I think when I did it on the Strong G, I still had probably about 50 kilometers altitude to play with. But the problem is that the altimeter just keeps dropping to -1, and then so it's just flicking all around. And most disturbingly of all, the mass lock light keeps flashing, coming on and going off fairly randomly. So, you know, if you're not at 50 kilometers, if you really were low enough under 2 kilometers for that mass lock light at that speed, yeah, I got a bit uncomfortable. So,
maybe your ship just wasn't clear whether you were in frame shift or not.
Yes.
Hold on, 32,000 meters a second.
That's
there you go.
friendship.
You would pass this planet in like 4 seconds.
yes.
5 or so.
Yeah, well, it's also
My
faster
God.
than the slowest supercruise speed.
Say again?
It's faster than the slowest supercruise speed, because supercruise ends at 30
kilometers a second.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
I did post a little video on YouTube at the time, Surface Supercruise I called it. So far as I know, there aren't that many people that have done Surface Supercruise. So.
No.
I wonder why.
Yeah, funny that. Yeah.
Well, there's more people that have circumnavigated planets.
And I have to point out, Mitterrand Hollow isn't the largest planet to have been circumnavigated.
Is it not?
No, people have done larger planets. They're crazy.
God.
Who is more insane than you, Prime?
I would have to look at the official forum thread. I don't know.
Oh, it just. Oh God! It just. Oh.
But I'm there with you, my friend.
Oh, and it just.
I'm all for circumnavigating planets. I just like doing it a hell of a lot quicker.
Doing
than
that shit,
any of that bouncing about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit vomity, isn't it?
Extremely.
I'm looking forward to the daylight side so we can actually turn
Yes.
off night vision.
Well,
It's actually not that bad without.
everyone has their own crazy niche in Elite, I think.
All right, yeah. What's mine then?
Now he's asking. See, look, you're committed to providing an answer.
Your niche
Where do
is
you begin?
probably playing camera vehicle for Commanderini.
Yeah, I was going to say driving my wife around. Do you want to know what I'm doing this afternoon? Do you want to know what I've got to do? This will make her laugh. I've just got a private message on Discord. I wonder if she's downstairs going, stop. So, my afternoon, right? I didn't know what I was going to do this afternoon, other than turns out what I'm doing this afternoon is driving her to a nebula somewhere south of the bubble because Sagittarius, I want a picture of it. That's what my game has been reduced to.
You're a photograph driver.
She's actually watching the stream, Burr. She's actually watching the stream.
Oh hell!
Hey, Houdini.
But you are now the paparazzi taxi.
Yeah, I'm not even the paparazzi.
You're the paparazzi
I'm the
taxi.
I'm not even the paparazzi taxi for my own channel. I'm doing it for Sag-Eye now. I'll be catering next. They'll get some other idiot to drive her around, and I'll just bring sandwiches. Yeah, that got your Sodling's attention, didn't it? Look at that.
Well, catering would be an idea. Look, we'll still be here in about 6 hours. I think a flight from England to Bavaria takes about 1.5 hours. So if you leave now, you could bring me at least sandwiches.
You could also stop by in Hamburg and bring me some stuff as well. Wouldn't mind.
No, you're not wrong about the flight from England to Germany. You're absolutely bang on with that. What you're getting to factor in, however, is that we live in Cornwall, in England, which takes about 7 hours to get out of the time warp.
Well, I would say it's time to move house then.
We moved house so we could live in the time warp. We used to live in London.
Well, move again. We need you closer to Bavaria.
No. No.
I'm all over the place today, having a hard time keeping my bearings.
Yeah. Oh, we're still on track for 6 hours.
Yep.
I didn't expect that, actually.
And it's gonna get better, because after this mount, there is bound to be some downhill stretch, so that'll speed us up a bit.
Oh, good.
Just for your information, I'm 28 jumps to Rahina.
You sounded like a captain there. That was brilliant. 28 jumps to Rahini. That's 28 jumps.
Yeah, current cruising altitude is zero.
Yeah, current cruising altitude is absolutely loads.
Am I gonna have to wait for you again, Prime?
Well, maybe.
He's quite a taskmaster, isn't he? He's
Maybe.
quite hard on you. I mean,
Well,
I
he
don't
should
like
have-
you, but he's got a real hatred.
Yeah. Well, that's just love between Bavarians and Franconians.
Is that how Bavarians just talk to each other? Just like,
Yeah.
Actually, it's even worse. I'm Swabian, actually. But now I'm living in Franconia, and Franconia pretty much insists that it's not part of Bavaria.
To an English ear, all those words sound made up.
Wait till Taiwan gets here and we start actually talking Swabian.
You basically sound like you're quoting Tolkien at the moment. It just none of that sounds.
Adolf, the Swabians are coming. Fly, you fools.
The Swabians, yes.
Oh god, Maximilian is from Upper Franconia.
Oh, did you see what Reni's just said about you? It's not a race,
Yes.
PTC, but you're
Yes.
losing. But it's
I'm
not a
aware,
race.
I'm aware. But it's my stream. I can just kick him off the stream. He's too annoying.
Maximilian's living in Oberfranken. What did I just say?
It's Upper Franconia.
Upper Franconia.
Oh,
And he's
okay.
from Hessen. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay.
I mean, some of these German names don't bode well to directly translating them, but I guess it works.
Okay.
It works. I'll have to send you a map of the sub-regions of Bavaria one time, because they make no sense at all in regards to placement.
Okay.
Upper Bavaria, Lower Bavaria, the three Franconians.
Well, it actually makes sense if you look at them in terms of, elevation of the terrain.
Not even then.
Not 100%, but it makes more sense, 'cause
Franconia
Upper Bavaria is
doesn't
closer
make
to
sense,
the
I
Alps.
think.
You know, sorry, on a slight aside, I'm mildly mystified at just how scary YouTube is. Here, I have your stream up at the minute, Prime. I can kind of see through the small nose gap in my rift.
Yeah.
But whenever I look down through that nose gap, what I actually see is the sidebar underneath the chat of the other videos that YouTube is proposing that I am interested in watching. Number 1 is titled 6 Advanced Sci-Fi Civilizations Too Stupid to Really Exist.
What?
The second one underneath is Upsetting a Ferrari, How to Drive the Nürburgring.
Well,
The third one is I bought a really totaled Nissan GTR from a salvage yard.
I've been getting them a lot as well.
What are you trying to tell us, YouTube?
I've been getting them as well. Hello, Commander. Oh god.
Commander
Carl
Clowidian.
Littlejohns.
Plywoodian.
Oh,
Cludian?
that was... Ooh, that was a tasty
You
pebble.
lost a bit of hull there.
Tate. That's
Sorry
See,
if I
that's-
pronounced your name wrong, Carl, but hello.
I'm
Yeah.
suggesting a Welshman.
I
Yeah.
think either someone can tell us how that name is pronounced, or I hope you're okay with us calling you Carl.
Is that a Welsh thing, Carl? Clwydian? Ree could probably pronounce that a lot better than me if it is.
Just call him Little Johns. That works.
Yeah. Oh, it works for us. I hope it works for him. And you see, this is why I'm taking it a bit slower, just so I don't get as much damage.
I mean, it was the classic case of I saw that rock 2 kilometers ahead of me, and I managed to hit it.
Yeah. The sense when you see a rock coming and you know you don't have enough charge in your engine to be
but it goes into slow motion, doesn't it? Just like a real car crash. It just suddenly goes.
You just pray that somehow you hit it with a wheel in just the right way, so you bounce
skip
over
off,
it.
yeah.
Like a really rubbish scene from The Matrix.
Yeah.
I just want to make a little shout out to Carl there because he's in Wales, which means me too. Although I'm living down in the bleak and dismal valleys of Gwyn.
You're not in Scotland?
I'm not in Scotland, no.
Just because you're a Scottish, because I'm from London, I naturally assumed because you're Scottish, you're in Scotland.
Just like
because I'm from London. That's right, yeah. Right. Okay, we've never. So you're actually a lot closer to where I live than we. Yeah, it's really saying you were saying she presumed you were in Scotland. So
yeah, no. I'm from Scotland.
That's because I'm from the southeast. You see, I like everything very literal. It all gets very confusing if people start moving around.
Even though you yourself have indeed moved around.
Yeah, but that's me, isn't it? I don't care what anyone else is doing. It's me.
Yeah. All right. Little Johns has a question. Well, it's obviously faster to properly jump and fly the SRV, because I think on the ground the SRV tops out at what, 30?
33.
33.
If you're on a level surface with normal gravity and you turn your flight assist off, 33 is the maximum speed.
Yes.
With flight assist on, it's 30.
Yes. And we're doing around 50 now, or I'm doing 50 because I'm taking it slow. Greatest is probably going a bit faster than me.
Not much, no.
Not much, no. So yeah, if you can, just fly. Take a good run up, jump off a ramp, and boost. Easy.
It's the way to do it.
Yep. The only way.
It's so different from when you two madman were climbing that mountain. Then it was like, please don't fall, don't go backward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That mountain climb on TD, that was super.
That's amazing, actually. When you're watching that from a ship, because I ended up kind of rotating the ship so that it looked normal, if you see what I mean, to how you were climbing. Yes. But then if I actually follow the climb ladder on the HUD and turned it, so all of a sudden you were basically clinging to a wall.
Yep.
Absolutely horrifying.
By the way, I just got the cup for that. It arrived in the post in the mail like a week ago.
Oh, I saw the photograph. It looked very cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Team Rock Rats.
The first time that I received something for doing something in a game.
Oh. Well, drinking and flying. I need to drink quicker.
I've just noticed, actually, I haven't got a cup of tea. It'd be really nice if someone listening to the stream was able to bring me a cup of tea.
Imagine I think that's only fair, giving, taxi.
Do you know what, actually, I'm going to have to excuse myself and go and get a cup of tea, because her tea's awful. It really is. I love you, dear, but your tea's awful. I'll be back in a minute.
Wow.
This is going to be interesting.
He's not going to come back.
No, he's not coming back.
Bits of me will be back in a minute.
Missing person tomorrow.
You'll be getting more things in the mail. Bits of bar. Took pity on him. Here's his left little finger.
Oh, she's already making tea.
Yeah. Ooh! I'm glad I just repaired.
Ouch. Oh, that
was a large rock.
Me throwing up. Puking in my rift. No.
The thing is, the surface is actually a lot smoother than I was afraid. But it has all these little bumps and dips and everything, and that makes it very hard to get back up to speed once you stopped.
Bar has inspired me. I'm going to quickly AFK and grab a beer. Be right back.
There's a tea museum in London. Oh, well, there was.
I do have a good amount of momentum right now. I just wonder how long I can keep it. I'm going 55, 60-ish right now.
Oh, that's nice. Well, you just keep going, and when you hit the next rock, you could wait a bit.
Will do.
Well, to be fair, we're making good progress. We're already at 40 degrees.
Yep, and down to 5.5 hours predicted left.
Yeah,
So 6
left.
hours total right now.
Yeah, slightly over 6 hours. Well, making tea is serious business. Well, Maximilian, what you do want to do is you want to get a bit of altitude going. So you can skip over more terrain and then really pitch forward, not just a bit like...
Yeah, go to like 60-ish degrees if you pitch down.
Not like, you know, just skimming along at slightly pitch forward at 10 to 15 or 20 degrees. Really pitch forward 60
The trick
70
really
degrees.
is that you want to use most of your thrust energy if you take off or right after you take off, so you get some altitude out of that jump and you carry it for longer. But then you also have to make sure that while you're midair, that you kind of aim for a spot that you want to touch down at. Ideally, like skim off a ridge of a little mound or take a downward slope so you land smoothly and don't take much damage up on touchdown. And then you just try to carry that momentum along. You know, take the next ramp, jump off, and fly again.
Yep. Basically make the whole planet your big pump track.
Exactly, yeah, that's pretty much it. Flight-assisted pump track.
Yeah.
Without flight assist,
rocket assisted pump track.
Yeah.
And I find that you should also land slightly nose down. Just very slightly. To minimize damage.
Slightly what?
Nose down, front heavy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Actually, I'm a bit higher than I wanted to be right now.
That touchdown's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, define interesting.
Painful?
I'm only doing... God, oh God, we're all gonna die. Ooh, yep. That hurt. See, that's the danger of going too high on your initial jump.
Yeah, you kind of have to gauge the terrain ahead of you if you want to take it a high, or you rather keep it low above the terrain, but more constant boosting. It's something you'll get, you know, with experience.
Yeah.
Gauging the terrain ahead of you. Also, it depends on gravity how quickly you get pulled down again. But if you try to go fast, I always recommend to pick as low a gravity as you possibly can on the planet.
Absolutely. And
so we're currently at 0.03 G, 0.4 Gs actually. And that's a good amount.
Yeah.
Like there is a few planets that are like even lighter gravity, like the icy ones, because I think this one is actually rocky, isn't it?
It is rocky, yeah.
Yeah, because if you have an icy planet, that's actually going to have lower gravity even if it's a bit bigger.
Well, it can't be much lower because 0.01 is the lowest you can get.
Yeah, I think 0.02 is the lowest I've seen so far. And that doesn't make a huge difference in terms of flight.
No, it doesn't. And welcome to the stream, Commander Jonas Treesong. Well, if you don't have time for a full circumnavigation, just maybe watch us, cheer us on. We would like that. And of course you can just do a shorter stint on this planet. Why not drive from North Pole to South Pole maybe? That shouldn't take long.
There's nothing short about that trip. Okay.
It's
Don't
only
listen to anything he's saying, Jones.
pole to pole is just what 400 kilometers.
It's only pole to pole.
Yes, it's only pole to pole.
I'm just gonna wait here for a while.
Yes, please do.
Zip.
You notice the edge of sarcasm in that when he said that then?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go easy on him.
Nah.
He brought that upon us.
The most
Aye.
important question here is that craziness contagious?
Yes.
I mean, clearly it is. What do you think? It should be quite
Well,
apparent by now.
I think I'm pretty lucky to be immune then.
Just wait a bit.
You just didn't have enough exposure yet. We'll get you at some point.
I had the exposure during your stream, Gray.
It's a slippery downward slope.
Whoa, Commander Colin.
Congratulations, Colin.
Yes, 15 hours, the polar route. So, North Pole to South Pole to North Pole again. That's interesting.
Along which longitude would be interesting.
Yeah.
Again, your understanding of interesting and mine.
I mean, yes, it kind of is, because if you go along the equator, you only have one route really, and you can go forwards or backwards. But if you go from pole to pole, you have like infinite, or almost infinite different routes you can take.
Oh, you're right. No, that is interesting.
For a second, I believed it.
Okay.
That's what we need to do. Put an N on the end of your name.
That's true.
Ah, okay. So along the, what is it then? Meridian. That's good. But you can, you know, since you're back at 0, you could just go around the equator now.
Yeah, turn 90 degrees and go again.
Oh my god.
It's what we'll do.
No, it isn't.
Catch them up.
Yeah, I mean, I have to wait for prime time all the time anyhow, so you'll have an easy time catching up with us.
Bad enough that we've got to wait in a bubble for him to come back from this 8-month lunacy around the galaxy without having to wait for him to drive around every planet he sees that's mildly interesting to his strange Bavarian brain.
What, like really, really small?
Yeah, really small. Yeah.
Oh, look, quantum world. We can get around that in less than a day. Clearly we'll have to do so.
Well, I have to say, Beagle Point is kind of tempting.
Oh, no, it isn't. No,
Only
it
if
isn't.
you do it
You do
without
have. Has anybody done that?
Hold on, let me check how big that one is.
Oh,
Right
here we
now.
go.
Please do.
Has anybody circumnavigated BP yet?
Not sure.
Yeah, about 15, 20 people have done it. It's not a big deal anymore. You should definitely come home.
The lies just drip so easily from his silver tongue.
Look at Reenie's not helping. You see, look, do it.
Yeah, well, all right, said you.
Hold on, it was Beagle Point 2, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was.
Yes.
So that one has a radius of 1,186 kilometers.
Well, that's not too bad.
Colin Hazelhurst is saying he thought about doing the lunacy that you were discussing, but his tolerant spouse is stretched to the limit. Or so I take it your spouse was not terribly impressed by you driving round an entire planet. Then funny that.
For
Aren't they
15
weird?
hours, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
But the Beagle Point thing can only get interesting if you get there without a canopy.
Oh.
Well, we could do pole to pole on Beagle Point. You know, just north to south.
Oh my.
You're veering left again, Prime.
Yes, I'm aware.
Heavily.
It's not heavily. I'm still within 1 degree of the equator. I'm more concerned with
Just 1
keeping
degree
momentum and not crashing into pebbles.
I've got tea and chocolate here, by the way.
Is that
Life
the
is not awful.
Franconian take on precision? Because it's certainly not the German one.
It's not the Swabian one, I'll give you that, yeah.
I've been a little bit naughty today. Afternoon beers.
Uh-oh.
That'll result in an evening nap.
Which might turn into a full night of sleep, maybe?
No.
I'm not gonna argue the possibility of that.
That
Depends
would
how
be a
many
first.
afternoon beers. Yeah.
Well, you know how exhausting this weekend will be for me, because we're doing this 6-7 hour stream now. Then tomorrow, Super Bowl.
What?
You're playing in the Super Bowl?
No, I'm watching the Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think
Yeah, I would
Monday,
expect no less from somebody who enjoys driving an SRV around the
yes, and actually Monday would be my scheduled stream, my short distant world stream that I plan to do
I'm gonna have to
monthly.
do a broadcast after this. I'm not better off.
Yeah, but the broadcast isn't as professional as this.
Get out.
That's
Well,
fine. In talk right there.
I can't really argue against that even. He has
You
a
could
point.
argue that it's more professional than the Zencast, but
Not my phone.
We're actually gaining time a bit. We are now to overall time just below 6 hours. If you don't crash.
Well, it's just a bit of heavy landing. I'm good.
I've just realised that my daughters are watching the stream.
Oh, hello then. Very good.
Hello.
You need to
Hello.
educate them on proper flying techniques at an early age.
Are they sounding
Don't try at home.
And if you do, please put your father in VR for it.
No. Don't listen to him. I'm not going to do it. She's waving at me. Can you hear us? She can hear us. Oh, okay. Nothing.
Oh dear. Yes, Carl, I think you should, at around 60 percentile, I would advise you to repair. And do your first repair at least with a grade 3 repair, so you get a hull boost.
If you have them.
If you have them.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm raising my hand, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just did it again when I said I was raising my hand.
You
Anyway,
actually raise your hand.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did twice. And now and having said twice, I've now got 2 fingers up. What is going on? Anyway, right. So my question is, and this is genuine, because I haven't driven an SRV enough to know the answer to this. Does the SRV suffer with component breakdown the same way as the spaceships do? So if something fails, does it, stop working?
Not
Good
that I'm aware
question.
of.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Because I've only ever had my SRV in 2 states: working and exploded.
That's
Yep.
pretty much it. Like,
That's
I've
pretty
never
much it.
seen the modules on the SRV degenerate, but see, that's an experiment we should
Well,
totally
if
do.
you-
Like, heat up the
Maybe
SRV to...
if you have some Thargoid, corrosive thing in the cargo hold,
Okay.
that should damage modules.
Okay.
Can somebody bring one along? I'll try it right now.
Anybody?
Please and grab one.
even if it doesn't suffer from the breakdowns, can you sub-target it, and do the sub-modules get affected by the scramble sequence?
You cannot target SRVs at all in ships.
You can. I've done it.
Well, then give it a go. I don't know.
Colin Hazelhurst is saying he hasn't seen the nose down
Yeah.
technique before. He's been trying to keep level when he flies.
Well,
It's one of the first things Prime told me about fliving, as
Yeah.
he calls
Yeah.
it.
You need to pitch down in order to gain speed.
It's not one-to-one. Like, you will, even if you point, ouch, even if you point 90 degrees down, you will still have an upwards component to your thrust, but it is linearly to your pitch. So if you pitch more, you do get a bit more forward momentum with thrusting.
Great, that was such a good explanation. It was only minor, sort of let down a little bit by the ouch in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ouch was from me hitting the ground pretty hard.
So, here's how you do it.
Exactly.
And yes, helicopter is Alakila, welcome. Helicopter is a pretty good analogy actually. comparison to the SRV. Commander Unrealization, hello.
Well, you have upwards thrust and not much else, do you?
Yes.
I'm currently 600 meters in space.
Hello, one.
That didn't end so well for me.
Hang on,
Let's
you
see what's
bounced into
coming up
orbit.
ahead.
Colin, no. No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, no.
Yes. Yes.
Burr is just trying to prevent people from doing this.
Burr is trying to spread the word of reason.
Yep, that's it, see? That right
Nah.
there. I'm trying to keep everybody sane.
We don't need no reason here.
Well, okay, that depends on your definition of sanity, because I'm pretty sure I don't
We are
follow
in
on that.
Distant Worlds
Yeah, that
too.
might be a
I
bad
mean,
example.
we are in Distant Worlds too. I mean, we left reason pretty much when you left the bubble.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Loons.
Oh, that's why we don't have any systems in famine state. Because people are actually reasonable now and share their food.
yeah. And I'm
Well,
pretty,
if that's the case, I would beg you to not come back.
yeah. But I think
Excuse
it's
me?
pretty considerate of the Thargoids to wait with attacking Desiat and Farseer until all the explorers were finished with their engineering.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened there, yeah. Yeah.
Secret allies.
By the way, Prime, be careful. It's going downhill now, both literally and rhetorically.
The strain in his voice, that's brilliant. I wish I could see what's
I'm
going
currently at 90 meters a second, just saying.
I'm gonna die.
I actually lost from the radar, oh my god.
Yep. Yep. You were accelerating
Ouch.
quite fast.
Ouch is coming.
I will take it a bit more.
And there we have it.
Those of you that
I'm
don't
good.
know,
That was
who
a
haven't followed our
greatest. That was not a prime time. That was a greatest.
that was a prime time. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but that is what we call a prime time. You can tell you're in your comfortable environment actually, because you haven't gone any time during this. Yeah, Tyvy's just said everybody take a drink.
Yeah.
Good plan.
I will have to rewatch the stream and get some audio files to Turgeon for his soundboard.
Oh
See you later,
no.
God no. Whoa.
Ouch. Okay, I'll slow down now. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. You know, sometimes most of these hills are pretty gently sloped, but some of them just stand out with a
Yep.
very, very sharp angle.
I think if you were going to type that particular sound, you'd have maybe 4 or 5 E's
Yeah.
followed by a
Yeah.
CH.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah,
kind of each.
yeah. How do we spell a prime? Good point.
Going for a drink?
I'm gonna wait close to the equator for you, Prime.
Oh, good. I have to get back on the equator then.
Yeah, I veered off to the right
Yeah.
quite a
It'll be a while, greatest. I've got to be honest, mate. He's really phoning it in back here, honestly. Just trying to give you a little bit of motivation there, Prime, all right? I'm here for you, buddy.
For someone who has,
Where's got your back?
for someone who has
Yeah.
stickers near his monitor for look at chat.
Yeah,
Pretty-
right. Ah.
Hey, John Corrigan. Didn't see you here. Welcome.
Hello, John.
Lots and lots of people watching. Why are you watching this? You're just driving an SOV around the moon.
What are you doing here?
It's not actually. There's not actually anything happening. But if you
Make sure
like,
you're actually curious about it.
if
I think
you
what's
like,
actually going on, they just wait for your SRV exploding. Or
Yes.
mine.
yes.
It's,
On that-
watching all the bruises and bangs, you know, and
Yeah.
the each.
On that note, should my SRV explode, I have a second one, in which I will continue.
I
And-
have 3 more.
And if
Continue
I manage
or
to wreck
restart?
if I manage to wreck the second SRV as well, I'll just follow greatest in my ship.
That's
no.
assuming Greatest doesn't wreck his.
Yeah. Hey, Sasso, you as well.
I wouldn't.
Sazu saying he's got nothing better to
Unrealization, yes, it makes a lot of difference pitching forward or not. A
Yeah.
lot. You have to really overdo it though. Currently, I'm doing around 20 degrees pitch. It's just for maintaining speed. I don't want to accelerate anymore.
So do you actually judge? Do you judge the acceleration rate by the degrees of pitch that you use then?
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly.
Oh man, that's quite.
Hey, Repairman
cool.
Patch. Good to see some
It
more
also depends,
IPX
though.
here.
Because handling your acceleration is always relative, like it's always just equivalent to your pitch. But your pitch is not the same as your inclination to the terrain. So if you go downhill, you might still like keep your distance from the terrain, but you're actually accelerating a lot faster.
Ah, so the pitch is on an actual flat plane rather than the actual
exactly.
Yeah.
And if you go downhill, I mean, you still have the same relative inclination to the terrain, but your absolute inclination is a lot higher. And yeah, because you're basically accelerating downhill, and you really feel that difference. Uphill,
I approve so much.
I would imagine.
You had him accelerating.
Yeah. Accelerating and speed, I think we had him.
I'm still not going to do it.
We'll get you to that. On the other hand, we might need your expertise in flying fast when we are doing filming for SRV base jumping, because SRVs can go quite fast.
Yeah, you might have to drive the camera woman around at that point, because I don't think.
Although
I am quite good at falling, so.
Because
this is like a plea to turn into a paparazzi taxi. You know? It's like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I just want to get back to playing the game.
I see your cunning tactics, but
Oh, dear.
because greatest, what we are gonna do when we are back from distant worlds, we want to go base jumping on that Smith Mountain again, where the buckyball event was. Where we jump from the mountaintop down to the base. And did you take part in that one? I'm not sure.
I did not.
No.
I did some base jumping from Mount Everest way back.
Obviously. Yeah, but you didn't survive that one.
I survived one of them. I don't
really?
recall exactly which occasion though.
Anyway, I think my top speed, look at the statistics again a couple of days ago, and my top speed down that mountain was 380 meters per second in the SRV.
That's respectable.
That's respectable. And I really want to try if I can go faster this time.
I did actually do a bit of base jumping in the distant past. But a great system for doing it is TZ Ariatis. I think it's the second. I think the first gas giant, I think, is Planet 2 or something, and I think it's Moon C. It has good 18 to 20 click high mountains, and it's not just one mountain. There's like a nice range, and the cliffs are all super vertical. It's a really nice spot.
Yeah, well, the beauty of that Smith base is you have a target at the bottom of the hill, at the bottom of the mountain. So, yeah, smacking into the towers of that base with an SRV going like 300 meters per second, that was an experience.
Just get Bert to park his Conda, then you have a target.
Yeah, we could try to hit burn the Conda with an SRV.
From a base jump.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. We have a plan.
I love it.
We have a plan. I'll call you, greatest. I'll call you.
You should do it. It's great.
You're speaking of 300 meters a second in an SRV. I really want to see an SRV fly faster than a speed-built Viper now.
Well, that's...
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Well, it's possible. You just
Depends
you
on
just can't do it if you drive normally. You either have to try the skip technique to get into orbit, because then you can reach higher speeds than that, or you'll have to do it ship assisted and actually fly on the back of a ship as I did into orbit. Because I went way faster than 300 meters a second on that. At some point, it's actually hard to not fly off into space and stay in orbit.
But my speed-built Viper, just so you've got it, does 932.
Yeah, I've been going faster than that.
So.
Well, I know Mini was mad that he couldn't break a kilometer in a second.
You can, you just need a bit of gravity assist.
Probably.
Also, Commander Unrealization, how can you live without an SRV?
Not acceptable.
No,
Easily.
not acceptable.
Easily.
Get
Yeah,
back to the
watch,
bubble or
yeah.
wherever and buy an SRV, please.
Prime. I'm almost reluctant to say this, but I don't have one.
Can we kick him off?
Yes.
You can try, but it won't work. That's not how sandling works at all.
No,
It's-
he'll just keep
but
coming
how-
back. Yeah.
But
He's
I
a lot-
figured I didn't need one because I know
He's like
you
a Scottish boomerang.
Yeah.
collect materials with your cargo scoop in the ship. You don't need the SRV.
And I thought you were my friend.
Yes.
Oh.
No, I'm terribly disappointed. And you do have an SRV because I've seen you drive around a Guardian Ruin.
No. Yeah, but then I took the hangar out of the ship and left it because it was heavy.
That's the spirit repairman patch.
He's calling this is madness. I would agree. I've never claimed I'm not mad.
It's very much a life
Yeah.
choice with you, isn't it, Sanders?
It's a lifestyle, absolutely.
Okay, it's an unrealization. If you lost it due to an screenshot accident on Beagle Point, that's acceptable. Terribly sad, but acceptable. And I think I've lost a couple of SRVs while doing filming in third-person camera, because you can't really judge how much damage you've taken. It's highly annoying.
And the
I'm going to continue the wind up here. Sorry, but I'm
Go on,
just actually coming into dock in Rahini now at Udema Anchorage. So technically, I could buy an SRV just before I head out to you guys,
Oh,
but I'm not going to.
I was just sitting here thinking, please don't, please don't, please don't. Where the hell is Sandling and what have you done with him?
Here and well.
I was just going to say, sorry, on the subject of base jumping, you reminded me. I want if any of you can cast your minds back to Battlefield 1942,
oh yes.
years and
Oh,
years
yes.
ago, yeah. I actually built a map in that game solely dedicated to base jumping. So it was the terrain was built up to the absolute limit that it could be. And then you basically just jumped off, and I've got video of it as well. It's years old now. I'm trying to work out how long ago it was, but it would have been all the years ago.
Yeah, that's where my gaming career started almost.
Back when I had hair and aspirations. But the thing that prompted it really was that we discovered when you jump off of something and when you fall without opening your parachute, the guy waggles his legs around and his arms and legs, and he looks like he's panicking, which was too funny to not really spend a lot of time with. So we ended up building an entire map dedicated to jumping off of mountains.
Oh yes, yeah.
And then they made
Alright.
an actual map
See
in
you
Battlefield 3.
later, Unrealization.
Oh, did they? No, that.
Devilman Peak.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'd stopped playing at that point because people were better than me, and I couldn't spawn without dying.
Well, if you stop playing when people are better than you or everyone's better than you, why are you playing Elite?
That's very. Do you know what? That's a really valid point. I should shoot you down for that, but I can't find a good argument.
Well, I'll help you out because there is no good or bad in Elite. There is only.
Yes.
Oh, you've
Doing
not
what you
flown with me,
want.
have you, mate?
No, that's true. Well, no, I have. I've flown with you.
You see, I would agree with you, but then there's the fact that I'm still ahead of primetime here.
Yeah. He's doing repairs at the moment as well.
But you see, I'd
same.
argue that would just mean today, doing what you were currently doing, you are better at doing it than Prime is today.
You're so
No,
diplomatic.
he's
I hate
he's
it.
pretty much
I don't
better
know
at this
what you
any
just
day.
said.
So
Neither do I, but it sounded profound, so go with it.
well,
I don't know what that means.
to be fair, Gratus is better at driving the SLV any day. So
Well, didn't want to say that. Pain.
You're heading off to the right a bit again.
Yes, see?
Yeah.
I'm already heading back left.
Excellent.
terrible, isn't he? Why don't you just shout Prime? You're not very good. Go on.
Nah,
You want
he's
to
doing.
go.
I mean, come on. Look at his average speed right now, 41 meters a second.
I know,
That's
right,
time
Sandling?
remaining
41 meters
4.5
per second.
hours.
Is that good? Is that good?
That is good.
No.
Okay.
Going by the entirety of the elite community, I'd say he's in the top 1% of SRV drivers out there.
And that's the sad bit, actually. Because I'm not very good. And I just still can't believe that people are so much worse.
It is
because
a bit of
people
a...
don't bother.
When you say people...
Yes, I mean you, I know.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an elusive art. Looks so cool, you flying over there with your high beams on.
Yeah.
The unrealization. Thanks for stopping by, mate.
Right. I'm just taking the system with Quantum World out. Where is it? It is...
And now I need to go back to the right, actually, because I'm heading way to left.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. It's also why we're doing... I think we're doing more like 900 kilometers than the 860.
It kind of depends if there's like a big dip in the planet, which is hard to tell, really. Then it, that would be kind of a shortcut. But I don't know. I think someone said they were orbiting this planet, and they said the terrain doesn't really deviate that much up and down.
Yep, Halo Jones did that.
As a quick question, is there only the neutron star in that system, or is there a...
Yes.
Oh, bugger. Okay.
Do you need to call the fuel rats?
No. God, I've just setting off from Rohini.
Okay. So yeah, I was a bit surprised, but it's only a neutron star here.
No. It just means because I have obviously a tiny fuel tank.
Yeah.
It just means I'll jump into your system when I get there from something nearer than my jump range away.
It's quite far down. I was surprised because I was like 2.5, and not really, like 2.3 thousand light years below waypoint 3, just exploring around down there. And then I came up to, do this, and I typed in the location, and it was quite close.
Yeah.
This quantum world is quite far below waypoint 3 as well.
Yeah, it is.
I meant to tell you, by the way, so we were out exploring the other day. Ree's sort of sitting there filming away. We came across a planet that was very similar to topography to Pomesh. So we sort of looked at lots of really nice deep canyons. We're kind of like, anyway, so we went on a bit of canyon diving because that makes great sort of background footage or whatever for doing the news. And anyway, long story short, I got a brand new Crate Phantom out of it, so that's good.
Well, at least it wasn't a Type 9.
Yeah.
Don't worry about rebuys go with the territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I think I've put even more on my clock since. How many am I at now? God, I don't even know. Let me have a look. It's an insane and horrific amount.
Or rebuys.
Yeah, I'm just finishing my fuel scoop now. Hang on a sec.
From all the speed bull training or what?
No, just general racing and hoonering.
Hoonery.
Hoonery. Love it.
Hoonigan. Okay. Oh no, I've only put 10 on the clock, so 1,010 rebuys.
1,010.
Yes.
Or
Wow.
As I like
That's
to
a lot of
call
damage.
As I like to call Sanderling, the Ken block of elite.
Wow. That's a lot of hoonery.
It is. Unbelievable. And I mean, it's not like your exploration stats are any less impressive, because they are mad as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done a fair bit of that too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm jumping at the minute. I'll tell you in a sec. But yeah, I don't know. It's still about 34, 35. I don't know. Codex again.
That's actually going pretty well. We are at 80 degrees. Time flies by.
Yeah.
And thank you a lot to everyone who's either with us here in voice, distracting us and keeping us company. And of course...
Insane.
Everyone insane. Well, a bit late for that, but... and of course, hello Tato Chip, everyone in chat. Who's watching, who's typing,
hello.
who's chatting.
Hey, Tato.
Oh, Tato's here.
Mate.
We left Sanity at the starting line. That's out the window.
Yep. We left Sanity.
I think you left Sanity in orbit.
I would say we left Sanity 2 days ago on Twitter. It's going rather well, Tato. If you look, we've been going for a bit over an hour. We have 4.5 hours to go. So
No.
yeah, it's going rather well. A lot better than expected, anyway.
True, yeah.
Strange name for a ship, Sanity. Nah. What I want is to name my SRVs.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I've been waiting for that for so long. We really need an update that, adds something new to SRVs or new SRVs in general.
Come on, disposable 1, disposable 2.
Maximilian, 45 degrees isn't that bad actually. I think it's quite decent. Because the terrain, if you don't skip along, the terrain is quite bumpy, so...
Yeah, and the thing is, the better you are at flying and, skipping in big jumps, the more of the terrain you actually completely skip. So your speed will actually increase more the further you can jump and the higher you can stay up in the air.
And I mean, like, recovering from spins and bad...
That as well, yeah.
Bad jumps, it's just a skill and experience you need to have, so...
What we're saying is, get good.
Oh no, Darkstar. SRV went boom.
What?
No.
Not mine. Darkstar.
Oh,
no,
God,
Darkstar.
thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Darkstar Sword, but I hope you have another one with you.
How far did you get?
Tato sees me here. Am I gonna do it? Hell nah. I like my sanity. I'd like to keep it.
About 50 degrees. Well, that's okay. That's good. There was a bit of rough patch around 50 degrees.
I mean, that was still all that was uphill, so yeah. We are now making really good progress because it's level or even downhill.
Well, you crazy guy, this is for you.
Yeah, Darkstar, what I found, no matter what I think, you should repair at 60%.
Did you hear that, Pro?
I did hear that.
Cheers to that.
Oh God, I'm tumbling now. Okay, need to straighten out.
I've upset you.
I'm doing this for you.
I hope you realize my inevitable state of inebriation is entirely your responsibility.
Yes, Tato
Hold
Chips.
my beer.
Yes, Tato,
On second thought, give me my beer back.
Yes, Tato Chips.
Yes,
That was
Tato.
Sanderling opening a beer.
Yes, he's currently awake, so that was Starling opening a beer. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, don't pour any alcoholic beverages over your hotas, please.
I don't have a
That's
hotas.
Corp's job.
You wanna hear a Scotsman cry? That's how.
Yeah.
No, I'm just horrified at the concept of flying with a hotas.
Sanderling is dual sticks.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
I'm just gonna get more
Precisely.
tea. Can I get anyone anything?
Got a beer, mate. Yeah.
Well, I could use some.
Yeah. Okay. Great story.
I think it's time for snacks. What do we have? I think it's about time for the first round of snacks, yeah. Let's see.
Alright.
Some sweets for the starters.
Some leftover chicken from dinner.
Woo! I'm currently on autopilot. Let's see how that goes.
Hmm.
How do you autopilot?
I'm
FA
looking
on.
over to my
Light assist
snap.
back on and just set your throttle to like, I don't know, 20 meters a second, and you hope that there's no pebble in the way.
Yeah, see, I can't do that. I'm a controller. I can't do that.
Me.
Bind the key to 50% throttle prime.
Ooh, that's a point. That's a good point, actually.
live
I do
to
have
see
that. I do have that. I think I'll have some snacks as well.
Snacks, maybe. Hang on a second. I'm going to do it. Gracie, can you grab me a cup of that, please? Thank you very much.
Okay. Please raise your hands. Who here has to get their snacks themselves?
No, I have a daughter for that.
Yeah.
I don't have to get snacks because the snacks are already lying next to me.
Yep, all snacks in range. I'm good.
No,
Almost
not only that.
range.
She's actually sitting on the other PC watching the stream. So.
Nope. Can't set through.
What
Do it, Tato. Tato chip, go dual stick, my friend. You will never look back.
I feel like we're gonna have a Tato Chip Sanderling corporational streaming in the future, just teaching people to fly dual sticks.
I wonder what they will say about me still using mouse and keyboard.
Same here. I'm still using mouse and keyboard all the time.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have the gumption to do that, given that Tato is, like an actual pilot. So.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't fly his planes with dual stick.
I was gonna say you don't have dual sticks in planes, so I don't know if he really has any sort of advantage there in ahead of you.
Did you know what? You might be right.
Hello,
I guess-
Vortex.
I guess he was, if he was driving like an excavator or something, those have dual sticks. But then again, they
But it
behave
doesn't
quite
really,
differently.
Exactly, those dual sticks do quite different things.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like the dual stick excavator control would be ideal if we get an excavator SRV.
Oh yes, please. Oh my god.
Wait a minute, Tato just says he landed on strong G, FA off. Why did you land on strong G? You could have speedballed on strong G.
Well, one thing. Welcome, Vortex 13, to the stream. And
Vortex.
Repairman.
Is it actually Vortex 13 or is it 14 or 15? Or maybe
It's
16?
13.
Well, who really knows, huh?
Oh yeah, see the drill tank. Oh yes, that certainly has dual sticks. It's probably a pair of wooden sticks, in fact.
You think they already had the tools to manufacture sticks out of wood back then?
I mean, they probably had a knife. Then again, maybe not. Maybe it's just a pair of roughly stick-shaped stones or something.
No, just some twigs broken off a tree.
Oh, you got bored after 10k. Well, I'm disappointed.
And
How long
Repairman,
did that take?
I'm doing it with a Xbox 360 controller, actually. Which I find works very well, especially for SRV flying.
Nope, also doing that with mouse and keyboard.
Yes, I know. But you're a very strange person.
Yep.
Well, I use mouse and keyboard because I prefer accuracy when I try to shoot people.
I don't shoot people very often.
Have you ever witnessed the glory of packhounds?
Yes, I have actually.
Your terrain looks weird there, Prime.
You think?
I like a pack.
Why?
By the way.
Why?
It's so smooth.
Isn't yours? Maybe you choose.
I don't know.
you
Maybe it's
chose the
because you have
difficulty.
high beams on. That might be it.
Might be.
Oh yeah, and I had my GemFX still turned on. That alters the look of the game quite a bit.
Okay. Yes, Vortex, that's the way to go. Xbox controllers unite.
Sharing the insanity.
It's
I
just
like
in my
pack hounds, though. I can outrun pack hounds.
yeah.
Well, you know,
I just
count
think-
bombardment on a bunch of SRVs. That could be fun.
Mm,
Or it would at least look
If-
fancy.
you know, that's the reason
I just got
why
a
we're
private
in-
message from one of the rock rats saying that helicopters use dual sticks. That's technically true, but one of the sticks is the pitch, or what it's called. I think it's called pitch, which basically determines.
Collective and
I mean, it's
Collective,
technically
yeah, there
the
you go.
throttle,
Collective.
isn't it?
Collective, and that determines if you go up or down, and basically determines the angle of attack of each individual blade on the rotor up ahead.
And thus the effective thrust you get out of the...
Exactly. So
Or the-
yeah, it's dual sticks, but only one stick is behaving in the classical manner with two axes.
Well, no,
the other
because
one
when you,
might as
no,
well be a throttle.
But no, because when you fly with dual stick in Elite, your left stick, well, at least for me anyway, that it is very similar because I twist mine for.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
What?
Yep.
Sanderling setup is insane, basically.
My left stick twist axis is forwards and back. Thrusters.
Okay. Whatever.
So no, because basically, if I pull the X and Y axis on the stick are up, up vertical and side to side. So in the same way that if I pull my right stick back and the nose goes up, I pull my left stick back and my ship goes up.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the left stick essentially mirrors it mirrors the inputs for the orientational.
So all you had
well.
left is twist for acceleration.
Yeah.
That's still weird.
What a
You get-
twist.
Oh god.
Because it was there. It's twisted.
6 controller axes for dual stick users. Number 6 will make your head spin. Just throw some clickbait out there.
It does work though. You do get used to it very quickly, but with
Yeah,
your
I
actual movement, lateral.
You can
and
get
vertical.
used to almost everything, really.
But there's a definite transition period from Hotas to dual.
Good luck then, Tato, if you think about it.
The other option is I know a guy who has dual stick and pedals,
Oh,
but
yeah. I think
I don't know.
if I
I like
would
putting my
ever,
feet up on a footstool and relaxing. Sorry.
if I were ever to
Here
switch
flying,
over
while
to,
we're at it, anyone here flying spaceships with a steering wheel?
I do have one. But I think if I were to switch over to HOTAS, I would buy pedals with it as well. I can't stand
Also,
these.
Karaya just said that our seaplanes are controlled with dual sticks. Technically true, but they do not have lateral thrusters, so no, that does not satisfy my definition of dual stick flying. Fight me.
They don't have vertical thrusters either, do they?
That's I mean, lateral is both vertical and horizontal for me, but fair enough.
Verts and lats. It doesn't actually matter. It only depends on what orientation you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is no up or down in space. is
Exactly. There is only vector and orientation. This is the joy of being.
My main type of orientation is discombobbled
Yes. Discombobulated.
or tumbling.
Tumbling. Definitely tumbling.
No, I'd say going dual stick and
Pebble
making a
kissing.
transition to
Yeah.
100% flight assist off is really good. It makes the game feel much more like you're flying a spaceship.
It does, yeah.
It's okay, everyone. I've got tea, by the way. I know you were worried, so.
Oh, yeah. We weren't worried about you getting tea. We were worried about you ever getting back.
Yeah, she did. She did remind me actually that Sagai still has needs. So.
You really do worry about what might appear in future installments of Sagai. This month, Burr met our needs.
No, I just see a tater chip arrive.
I did.
Hello.
Hello, Tato Chip.
Did you
God,
want me
getting,
to expound
it's
on the?
getting crowded in here.
Did you want me to expound on the
Hello.
helicopter thing? I was going to do that and then go do the thing I need to do.
I wonder what the Discord
Whoa!
overlay does when it fills the whole side of the screen. Does it add a second column?
I have no idea. I never had so many people in stream voice, actually.
Makes you look really professional, man.
Yes.
Yep. So you guys are talking about the helicopter controls, the cyclic and the collective.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
and
you're
there's the professional.
Here we go.
So I've never flown helicopters, but I know the theory. So your collective, it collectively controls your power and the blade pitch.
Oh, power as well? That's
Yes.
interesting. And
So you
didn't know
twist
that.
for power and you pull up and down for it. See, Sanderling's got it.
Oh my god,
Pull up and-
your
you pull up and
controls
down.
actually make sense, Sanderling. What's going on?
So yeah, you twist for the throttle or the power, depending on if you're, piston engine or jet engine. Call it different things. And then you pull it up and down to change the blade angle. So if you push it down to the floor, that's a low blade pitch for more thrust. Well, actually,
Yeah.
no, technically not. That backwards. You more thrust with higher blade pitch. Anyway, and then the cyclic is the little control that just changes the blade angles kind of independently to get it like one. Basically, if you want to turn left, you push the cyclic left, and that means you want to have thrust go up on the right side to angle the rotor blades, right?
Yep.
So the say if you have like a 4-bladed propeller or even a 2-bladed propeller, the blade angle change will happen out in front of you at 12 o'clock, and that will actually get you to turn left because gyroscopic precession's a thing.
Yeah. What's the name of that part that's up at the hub of the rotor that actually, controls the pitch of each individual blade?
Pilot.
Oh my
It's
god.
just like the rotor hub.
Yeah, I mean, there's the hub where all the blades are attached, but then there's this piece that basically rotates. Well, half of it rotates with the rotor, and the other half is affixed to the helicopter body, and that's what continuously changes the pitch of the blades when they go around.
Right. To make everything even. Yeah, I'm not sure what that specific part is. Malik would be a better source of that for me because he's actually a helicopter pilot.
Ah, wow, we have so much expertise in this community. It's amazing.
It is. I just want to point out, you're watching a stream of two guys flying around a planet in their space buggies, and what you get is an educational episode on, aerodynamics and helicopter.
I'll even go this far. If you're interested in...
Oh, I just saw that. Oh, that's going to leave a mark.
I didn't hit anything.
Skid mark, yeah.
The nice thing about stream lag is you hear Prime make a noise, and then you can check the
You've
stream.
got time
Yeah,
to
you
look.
go, oh, great, what am I just about to see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Smash his funny little German face into it. Do it again, Prime, that was great.
No, I would prefer not to, but I think
Just
the
give
course
us
of the
the
next, the course of the next 4 hours, it will happen again. It will happen again.
And then the other important thing is in helicopters is the Jesus pin.
The Jesus pen.
Yeah, the Jesus pin that holds the blades
Okay.
on.
If that comes off, Jesus!
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, it reminds me, a long time ago, I read a book, a really good book, I highly recommend it, by the way. It's called Chicken Hawk. It's by a guy called Robert Mason, who was a helicopter pilot, a Huey pilot in Vietnam.
I was going to say, I've heard of
His
that
kind
book.
of his kind of autobiography. It was an old book. It came out in the 80s, but it's it kind of takes you on his journey. I think it was like Fort Worth helicopter school, and then out into Vietnam kind of thing. But in terms of the kind of explanations of learning how to fly a helicopter and how it all works, and that kind of Jesus type, not a pin or whatever the hell, all that kind of stuff's in there. It's a
Lovely.
really good book, though. Really good.
The moment Taylor said Jesus pin, by the way, and you said I want to talk to you about a book, I thought, oh no.
Wasn't it actually a nut? I think I actually read something about it.
So not a pin. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think it was a nut that you used to like screw everything back together or like hold it in place.
By the way,
There's
right,
a
bits,
safety wire on it.
Yeah, bits
Oh, and,
break.
and there was a comment about it that people were too careful about the that one nut that they kind of forgot that helicopters don't fly too well if some of the blades are cracked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. You guys know about auto rotations too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Like so
It's
so
absolutely
unintuitive,
insane.
but it's amazing.
Yes, it's so unintuitive, but it's amazing.
I'm doing currently 60 meters per second. I think I'll stop accelerating
I'm
now.
up at 80.
Yeah, I was at 80, but then I hit a small rock, and I think I don't want to experience that again.
Excuses.
Yeah.
You guys better get a move on. I'm only 13 jumps out.
That
Was
reminds
that
me,
a threat?
I need to refuel soon.
Yeah, me too. I'm down to like 15%.
You guys doing the premiums, or you just keeping it basic?
Oh, basic. No need for
Basic,
premiums.
no.
You're only gonna need like 3 or 4.
One tank gets you 35%
30%.
along the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's why we turned all these modules off, because your
Yeah.
fuel
Right,
consumption
yeah.
gets
My,
really low.
my canopy is actually freezing over. Yeah.
It has been, sorry.
Yeah, I think even with the premiums when I did Hiyak, I only had to do 2 refuels. I didn't even have to.
Hang on.
All right, well I gotta get going, gentlemen. Good luck,
Yeah.
and I'll see the results later.
Thanks for dropping
Thank
by,
you.
mate.
See you
Take
later,
care.
cheers.
Take it easy.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Alec Keeler saying it's he's read that book,
Hmm.
The Chicken Hawk.
Helicopters are fascinating things.
Yeah, they are. There's so many forces going on there, all having to
Yeah.
be controlled by one individual, and the whole thing goes completely south if something goes slightly out of balance. They're absolutely terrifying, aren't they?
I would actually prefer flying helicopters over planes, though. I have
Really?
to say, like, yeah, if I'm ever gonna do something in the terms of piloting stuff, it would be helicopters.
Back in my-
I think you get a lot more
planes.
freedom of movement. You know.
Yeah, I just love, it's a balance, and I love you constantly have to control it. It doesn't fly on its own like a plane does.
Yeah. Have
And
you ever
I
seen like
love
those videos of those like Australian cattle ranch guys that just
It's
fly the small
incredible.
Robinsons and stuff? It's like that
Yeah.
just looks the most possible fun ever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But on the other hand, for like regular flights and over really long distances, planes would probably still be the better choice.
Always, of course, but that's not the point.
Well, yeah, for messing around, dude, helicopters.
Back in my heavy
Shenanigans.
flight sim days, when I used to play flight sims pretty much all the time, if I could possibly, I'd default to helicopters, gunships, if at
Yeah.
all possible.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the
Why-
Hind.
Why don't you like the SOV then? Because the SOV is much different from
Well-
a tech helicopter.
I hear what you're saying. Primarily, I'm being deadly serious. Primarily, the reason here is because they're essentially rubbish. That's basically it. So.
And they
Oh,
need
boy.
to land every now and then because engine capacity runs out. Crucify this Britain.
I think we'll need to invade again or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we
But,
fly over them with
have they-
SRVs. Have they finally built a bridge over the British Channel?
No, they built a tunnel under it.
We will now.
Oh, the way politics are in this country at the moment, I'd love it if you did that. I would just make my day. That would be hilarious. I tell you what one of the things I really love doing in Elite, and because of my helicoptery past, is something I really, really desperately want to get back to is ground attack in a gunship, covered in missile launchers. That's just
Oh, yeah, that's good. Good stuff. I get you.
Maybe you want to join us for armor at some point.
Yeah, I've done a bit of armor. My son plays a bit of armor as well.
There's also
We
another
have
game
gunships.
on Steam that's called Heliborn.
Heliborn.
Heliborn. I also like that very much because, well, you basically fly a helicopter, then you have the possibility of doing PvP or PvE combat. It's about capturing bases on the map with
But
your helicopter, so you can.
are the controls still as arcadey as they were when I first saw that game?
I don't know. I haven't actually played it in a while. So
Okay.
I can't tell you.
Because that's the one thing that put me off of that game, is that the controls are very much arcadey and not very realistic.
Yeah, well, I think they made that game so that it's accessible to a
I think it's
big audience.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's beautiful. I'm just looking at it on Steam now. Sorry, that looks really good.
Yeah, the graphics are really, really nice. And also the maps you have, well, you have maps starting in Vietnam with the earliest helicopters. And like the coastal regions of Vietnam and that. Then also the inner on the dry land. And after that you get maps of Afghanistan.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Really with mountains kilometers high, and
I have to.
it's
Can you?
really
What I
well
do
done, I
like
think.
about that game is that you have this ground troop component. Like some of the
Yeah.
helicopters are
Yeah, I
troop
was just
transports,
looking
and
at
you
that.
can drop off people at certain points, and they will actually shoot stuff as
Yeah.
well. Which
Is there
You
a,
also-
is there a cockpit view? I'm just seeing third person at the moment, but that might just
Uh,
be the trailer.
I think it's only third person. I've never seen
Right.
cockpit view of
Yeah.
that game.
I think so
you
as
could,
well.
Burr, could you drop a link in our Discord so we can,
To the
we can
game?
check it
Yeah.
out? Yeah, yeah.
I could.
And there's also
Will you? Will you?
A spotting mechanic I like very, very much, because you actually have to team up a scout and a gunship to be able to spot all the enemies.
Okay. So
And
a gunship is for ground troops, and
no,
or
you
what?
have. You can just take the scout, which can find and mark all kinds of ground troops, especially lone infantry.
Mhm.
And when he's marked them, then the gunship can also see them easily, because when the gunship doesn't have any scout with him, then he has to fly really, really close over these ground troops, and they tend to have rocket launchers, normal ones and also heat-seeking ones. So this can be very, very dangerous.
sounds good, really.
Are you waiting, or am I actually catching up?
Right now you might be catching up, because I'm only going like 60, 70-ish. You must be
Yeah.
going real quick.
Yeah, close to 80. I'm actually too fast for my comfort.
Well,
Burr?
you're gonna have
Sorry.
fun hitting some of these mounts here.
Well, what you
Suddenly.
define as fun.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was just going to say, if you know, I mean, if flying helicopters and that kind of thing, you do kind of get that in Elite, not just in SRVs. You just turn off flight assist.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
On the other hand, like comparing SRVs to helicopters, the major drawback of the SRV is that the distributor runs out at some point, so you have to land.
Yeah.
What if we could mod distributors on SRVs? How do you think that
I
would
want
change
to-
their
I
started.
I
performance?
want
be
to
the
mod
best thing ever.
SRVs. Yeah, I want to mod SRVs.
So bad.
Like, how would it change their performance?
It would make them incredible.
Yes. I don't care for the cargo rack. Just give me more boost and...
Or
me
just
your-
give me the ability to turn off these stupid downwards thrusters that constantly
Yeah.
pull me down to the ground.
Or give
so
me
angry, isn't it?
your control. Your control. That would
No,
be
I
nice.
don't need your control. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Most of the
Generally-
time it's
only,
okay.
The only reason why I wanted, well, an SRV with more cargo was back when I was doing the Ramtar mission for scanning the
Yeah.
Guardian obelisks.
Yeah.
Because running back to your ship all the time just to get another
I mean,
piece
that
of...
point has been brought up in the community several times over now. You know, new SRVs, new features for SRVs and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe they just don't think it's that important part of a game, or they already have something very big coming in that regard, which with the next bigger update. You know, I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah. So we can have a poll. What do you think, people in chat? Will you have new SRVs first, or will we have fleet carriers first? Oh dear.
Fleet carriers, 100%.
Fleet carriers. Yeah, fleet carriers all day long.
Because that was taken out of the Q4 update, and the next thing we should receive should be fleet carriers and these icy planet update surfaces, whatever.
Oh god, yeah,
they're
the
gonna be
icy
gorgeous.
planets.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Oh
So
yes,
much goodness.
can't wait.
Guys, if I can just jump in really quick, I've got to jump out. So I will
Alright.
be back later. You're going to be here for hours and hours and hours in your funny little car.
Actually, only 3.5 hours going by Greatest Little Tool.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Chop,
I'll
chop,
reach
So-
in.
Go
chop,
drive.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolute pleasure as always. I will be back later on.
Great.
We're just going to go off and do some flying ourselves. So I'll
Cheers,
be
mate.
back later on. All right. See you later, guys. Have a good one.
See you.
Bye.
So, Sunderling, what's your status?
5 jumps out.
Oh, great. I have to say,
I was
so-
still when I came on. I was still docked at Omega Base.
Oh dear.
Well, I
That's-
think I've
that's
done
a
quite
bit-
well, all things considered.
Yeah. I have to say, so far I'm not seeing too much damage multiplication from the instance.
Sorry.
Nope,
Trying to
seems
read.
fine.
Ooh, trying to restart this. Sorry. You know that moment where you jump in, it's oh. Yeah, that'll just add that. Oh, but look at that gap. I can get through there. Yes, I can do that.
Famous last words.
Yeah,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
getting a bit toasty.
Wait, weren't the famous last words hold my beer?
Yeah.
Temperature critical.
he's-
Oh shit! Cookery. Yeah, I'm cooking a bit.
Well, the thing is, Sunderling won't let go of his beer, whatever he's doing, so...
Hey, you gotta pry my beer from my cold, dead hands.
Always makes me think of that woman that's like wakeboarding behind the boat, and she completely like gets knackered and hits the water. But she somehow manages to keep that beer in her hand and above
Yeah.
the water. It's amazing.
Full respect.
Priorities.
Yeah, that's the woman.
Or ship launch shuttles that can carry cargo and dock with outposts. Yes, these missions to deliver stuff to planetary outposts. Would be nice to have something to transfer it from orbit. But that comes back to...
But
talked
you, no,
about it.
hang on a minute. You can arguably do that already. You just get a friend with a small ship and they do it for you.
Getting a friend.
No, no. I don't think that'll work. Friends.
Social mechanics. Oh,
No.
Multiplayer? Ugh.
No.
Social interaction.
This is a bit of an uphill stretch again, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite rough up here as well.
Ah.
Just wondering how much damage I've done myself in that little escapade. Can't check because I'm mid-jump, but it's not good. I'll be alright. I have no AFM either.
Well, we have the repair seals? What are they called?
Yeah, the hull seals.
Hull seals.
Hull seals.
Right. But I mean,
I love that name.
Rohini isn't
Oh, no,
too
but-
far, so
Nah,
Yeah, and I mean,
go
I
back.
could be over there at Quantum World in half an hour, I believe, if need be.
so why aren't
it's
you?
but
Why
it's
aren't
okay.
you
My
here,
weapons took all the damage.
Okay, I'll fly over.
Thank you.
Just hold my beer.
You do have SRVs with you, right?
I have 4 of them.
Ah, that's my boy.
So
Oh,
you totally,
without a-
you totally missed what I said there. It's like, my weapons took all the damage.
Sandling with weapons. That's the first. Oh, Maximilian is actually a hull seal. That's great. Glad to have you along, because we're going to need you.
For yourself.
For the record, another bite. Oh, excellent. Oh, I've got to do it again now. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. That's 2 almost contact binaries within 3 jumps.
Yeah.
This
I
is
had one which was actually part of a contact binary that was part of a trinary. So that was
Do you
a
know
hot
what
system.
what-
I think
one of the
there's a
best-
screenshot somewhere.
one of the best things I ever did in Italy years ago exploring I found 2 Class O supergiants.
Mhm.
Both of them were like really, 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 really big. Like I don't know, 3 or 400 solar radius type things.
God,
Huge, huge
Nice.
stars. But they were really close to each other.
Oh.
So I say comparatively really close. They looked close, even though there's quite a long way between them. So. But anyway, yes. So I did the dive the chasm in between two.
The
two
reasonable
Black
thing to
super
do.
giants. But of course it has to be done.
The
And,
obvious
that
thing
was-
to do. The obvious
But the
thing.
problem is you know, like normally when you do that, the stars go past pretty quick.
Not in that case.
No.
They were not going past really quick. And the grav well was huge, you know, so it was like you weren't even getting any faster. It was...
So that's where you got that good tan from, right?
It's done something, mate. I don't know if it's just
It's
skin. I
done
think it's
something
probably
to
deeper,
him, yeah.
deeper than skin deep, you know.
By the way, Prime, is your terrain also skipping from time to time?
Nope.
Because I'm pretty sure my terrain, like, very occasionally just skips a few meters forwards or backwards, up or down. I can't really tell. Or I'm skipping, like I don't know, maybe I'm rubber banding or something.
Might be.
Yeah,
Well,
could
I'm
be a
going to repair
network.
now. Colin, yeah, we will look for your tracks at 0-180.
Oh, break.
Well, that would require him to be in your private group.
Immersion. Well, oh, really? No. Where's a good spot for a repair?
Oh, you said there was no secondary star here.
Is there a secondary star? I didn't see one.
Yes, there is a secondary star here.
I didn't notice. I just saw the bright and angry one.
It's not even far. It's like only 112 light seconds from the neutron.
Oh, really?
How can you
must
miss
have-
the star?
Well, I was looking for a small moon. I'm not concerned with stars. I'm looking for planets. Is it a scoopable one?
Yes! Each is all I'm saying to you. Difficult German man.
Yeah.
You suck at me. Right. Try and scoop.
So at what point did you actually refuel, Greatest?
Refuel?
Yep.
Not yet. I'm down to
Not
like
yet.
5%.
All right.
The best part is when suddenly your SRV turns off and you're on life support.
Hmm.
And mid-air, like you have no thrust, no control, nothing, and you just plummet to the ground on life support.
You're a very strange man.
I would never argue with that.
Yep. Right. 130 degrees. We're really 45 meters per second average now.
That's funny,
That's-
that's almost exactly the average that I managed on,
Yeah.
well, on my planet that I did first. Coal 10, I think it was.
Yeah, but it's increasing. It's still increasing.
And you're keeping up. It's nice.
Yeah, currently. I mean, we have almost 2 hours of driving time behind us.
35%.
Yeah, 3.5 hours to go. If your tool can math.
Don't you dare doubt my tool.
Well, my several virus scanners doubted your tool. Several.
That was fun, yeah. Fuel
Well,
reserves critical.
Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should.
Why?
Ooh. Does that thing really have a radius of only 137
Yes,
kilometers?
it's tiny. Try landing
Oh,
on it.
By the way,
It's
did
really
anybody
strange.
get back to us on if that's actually the smallest world known right now?
No, someone in chat could maybe go to EDSM or some other elite galactic record site and see if this is indeed the smallest landable planet known to man.
I've never seen something that tiny.
It
I
is
think
tiny.
something like that was discussed, and I believe they said it was.
Well, I've been saying it's the smallest, but that was just to promote the stream.
Yeah, as
It
usual.
may have been a lie, a shameless self-promotion.
I call it alternative facts.
Fake news.
No, I'm just,
I know, I hope you
Fuzzy-
can
fuzzy
some fake
truth.
tan, though.
Is that equivalent to the alternative direction that you're taking?
Yep. Well, I'm not that far off to the left.
So you get more right-leaning.
I'm still gonna bug you.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder, do you get wing requests in SRVs?
Yes.
Yeah, well, EDSM, according to EDSM, it is the smallest planet.
Hooray! Wing, yeah, you see, the problem is we already are in the wing, so we'll have to invite you. As soon as there's a spot where I can actually do that.
Who are we
Safe.
inviting?
Sanderling.
You should be on my friends list as well.
Right, from mountain climbing.
Yep.
Hold on, let's see if I can do this midair. Probably not. This is gonna go wrong. Yeah,
No,
it's going wrong.
Please, be careful.
You're talking to the wrong person here.
And midair, there you go.
Way!
Lunacy.
Alternative sanity.
Yeah.
The best kind.
In case anyone is wondering why I'm not pitching forward currently, it's because I'm quite comfortable at that speed. I could accelerate, I just don't want to. Because I think survival is also
Optional.
mildly mandatory.
Mildly mandatory.
See? See?
Desired, let's say.
Listen, if I drop in here, are you both suddenly going to start taking more damage?
Possibly.
Shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Let's try!
Yeah. For science.
For science.
Well, then you can invite me as well. I'm there in around 20 minutes, I think.
I got you. No more shenanigans from you two.
I had a repair stop anyway. I should have refueled as well at that point. Oh,
Oh, you're in the dark. Okay.
so Tywin, how did your mapping of the Eagle Nebula go?
Well, I mapped that whole super cluster, or that that cluster where there's many F-type
Okay.
stars.
You
are
really visited
lumped
each and
together.
every one.
Yes, I did, and
Wow.
I scanned most of these systems as well with my FSS.
But you didn't probe any planets. Or interesting ones, maybe.
Yeah, not many, not
Yeah.
many.
Glide didn't stop till 3 clicks. That was a bit abrupt. Whew.
Clench!
Break! Thank you.
Yeah, Colin, but only 5 premium repairs. That's good. I'm currently not doing the highest grade repairs because I want to save them.
Basics.
And I'm also a lot crashier than Greatest is, for example. I'm not quite as good at spotting my landings.
He says when I spin
It's
out.
great as spins out.
You just saw that? God damn it.
Yes. Hello.
I can see a adder flying overhead. You know, this planet looked...
Keeping estimable distance from you guys.
Yeah. Now, usually, the ground looks pretty smooth from a ship and rough when you're in the SRV, but somehow, from the ship, it looked a lot rougher than it is now.
Yeah, that's fine. Sanderling, when you came in, how far away are we from the Terminator?
Do you know what? I didn't pay any attention, but I can go and check for you right now.
Oh,
That'd be lovely, because I'm kind of curious for how much longer we're gonna drive in darkness here.
I could use with turning night vision off, because...
Yeah, I'm getting sick of all that green stuff.
I mean, it's nice to see the pebbles from a bit further away, and the edge of the
Yeah,
terrain.
It's important
but...
that you eat your vegetables.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah,
Quite a long way, I would say.
really.
You should be getting into some form of daylight in about 30, 40 kilometers, I would guess.
But
Cool.
you can just give us the degrees, and we can see how far it is.
It's a bit hard to tell because I've got my night vision on as well. Hang on a second. Oh, wait.
All right,
no,
gentlemen.
okay, Terminator.
Have a good one, and see you later. Because we are at 0, 135.
No, I understand.
Well,
I'm just going to go down and...
greatest is I'm at 1 and...
Just going to fly over the Terminator and I'll give you the actual degree count.
Fantastic. Now the ground is a bit smoother here. I'll just have another little snack.
Okay, I'm guessing 146 degrees. 140.
Oh, that's close.
Well, almost there then.
146.
Yeah, you're 28 kilometers away from us.
Yep. That wasn't a bad estimate, was it? Given I hadn't done it, I said about 30 clicks.
Awesome.
Actually, it's just because I know the night vision extends 30 and it had finished in the Terminator.
Oh, nice one. Is that actually the range of the night vision? 30 kilometers?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Your edit just looked like you actually had like re-entry heating around your nose.
Cool.
It is a nice paint job. What the paint job is that?
It's just tactical ice, I think.
Ah, okay. Looked more colorful. And now that's the night vision, tinting it green. Right. Hey, Bone Idol. Welcome to the stream. It's fascinating how many people want to watch us drive around the planet.
25, evidently.
Yeah. Right. Who can see your tracks?
My track?
Yeah, your tracks.
How? I'm not even touching the ground.
Yes, you were. For about 20 meters, you were. It's also good to have you in front again, because I can just aim at you and not...
Yeah, but I'm currently working my way back towards the equator. I'm a bit off.
You are a bit off, yeah.
You're a good degree, you know. Yeah.
Rock!
I'll give you an aim point.
Yeah, rock. Oof. Ooh.
Oh god, I love this.
You know, I think I would like to test if it's possible to repair an SRV with a repair drone.
Maybe after the circumnavigation, just in case we crash into it. Yeah.
Well,
I'm on the equator,
the
by the way,
repair
guys.
drones would have the same issues as the regular limpets, as in they don't perform too well under gravity.
Yeah.
But there's
And
hardly any gravity here.
Since don't repair limpets also attach to the cargo hatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the SRV doesn't have. It does have a cargo hatch, but it's not the same type of cargo hatch as the ships do, so it probably doesn't work.
Repair and Patch says it doesn't work. He's tried it apparently.
Yeah.
And Colin aiming for a starter steer by, that's actually a pretty good idea. You know, on Mitorantello I just had to aim at the planet because that was going over every 80 seconds. Yes,
Well,
but
for
Idol,
equi-
that's greatest from the broadcast. And going by the rate we're going, he'll actually make the broadcast tonight.
I'll actually have time to do something else before the broadcast.
Yes, because we're down to overall time of less than 5.5 hours.
Ah, greatest. Maybe you can tell us whether or not the broadcast will be more organized than usual this time.
You should know better.
That was
Well, there's always hope.
That answer there.
I mean, Josh was on Distant Radio yesterday. It was a very nice interview they did. But I do not think that he would do any more sort of preparation. I mean, we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do more hunting for notable stellar phenomena.
Well, that's easy. Just go to one of the nebulae.
Like, the only thing we really have to hope for is that there was no patch in between last week and this week, so he'll actually have his game ready in time for the stream. Because for some reason his patches are very slow on his launcher.
Strange.
Like, it looks like, or it seems like he always has to download like almost a full game again for each patch. It's super weird.
Strange. Well, Maximilian is at 80 degrees.
Oh god, Prime, I just noticed a fatal error that we have. You'll see it in a couple of seconds as well.
Alright. Right. So Maximilian is at 80 degrees. Very nice. You'll make it. Just stick in there. And small patch this morning. And Josh, the butt of the jokes, well, he is the host, so... what would be your...
I mean, I used to take over on occasion, but I cannot do that anymore because I'm back to pretty bad internet here where I live.
Right.
It's not capable of doing any sort of significant streaming activity. Unfortunately.
That's why Scorb had to hop in for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we're kind of a bit more reliant on Josh again now, since Shibuka is not with us as well at the moment. So he's the only one.
Will he ever come back to Elite? I would have thought that Distant Worlds 2 would be something that he's interested in.
I thought so as well, but right now he's occupied with sim racing. He does a lot of in iRacing. He's in a professional team there, so that's his main occupation right now. So I guess that kind of got in the way of Distant Worlds 2. And also he's just been out of the loop in Parent.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say he's never come back, but probably it's gonna be a while till he does.
Right. So Colin, the statistics in the lower left. That's a special tool that Greatest actually wrote, and I think if at some point we can, or he can make it so you can distribute it to everyone, I think he'll do that, because it's really cool.
It is really cool. I'm missing some essential parts to do that, because right now both the radius of the planet that you're on and the path to your status.json, where I draw the coordinates from, are hard-coded into the program, so I would have to change them for each user and each planet. So I have to figure out how to do that in sort of an installer or whenever you fire up the program. But if I can manage that, I will certainly distribute that to the Planetary Circumnavigation Club and everyone who's interested.
I think we should just talk about it sometime, because it's should really be easy to have that from a file somewhere. I mean, you're doing this in Visual Studio, so it's almost everything's already built in, that functionality.
Yeah, the problem is I'm a total noob. Like, I learned a little bit of that in like one semester in university way back 5 years ago, and the rest is completely self-taught. So I needed prime time yesterday to tell me how I even like get an executable over to him so he can use the program without Visual Studio itself. So yeah.
I was a bit confused when you told me that you don't know how to get an executable out of it, because I've been trying. It would be hard for me to not build an executable from Visual Studio. So.
I mean, I knew that I was always building them. I was just, when I used the program myself, I just used to run it like from the SDK, just execute it there, not actually fire up the executable. So I didn't know if there was everything contained in that folder to actually fire it up, and yeah, I just lack knowledge about all this.
That and more, according to my virus scanners.
No, it's programmed in Visual Basic.net.
Not much.
It's a simple Windows form that you basically then can capture and
basically what you see in the corner is the entire form. I just made it transparent.
Except for the button that's hidden in the bottom right.
Yeah. I just cropped it. Yeah. I don't know what problem you were talking about, actually.
Say again?
I don't know what problem you were talking about in our...
Which problem specific? Oh, yeah. Did not notice all the bright white ice around your visual periphery?
Yes, I did.
Because the star is now coming above the horizon and we're actually getting blinded.
Okay. Might be just because I'm used to Meteor and Hollow blinding me every 80 seconds.
Well, what you can do is you can turn on your, I think it was your distributor back on, and that will just about get rid of the ice. There's going to be like a little bit of ice left.
A couple of more percentage temperature maybe. Why do these high-tech 34th century space buggies don't have defrosters? Or heaters, or anything?
Because you're sweating so much?
They rely on your own vomit to defrost.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, getting rid of heat would also be an issue. You can't just vent it into an atmosphere if you don't have an atmosphere around you.
Yep, you need the radiators.
But that's a different problem. One that isn't as common in SRVs.
Well, until then, I think they'd prefer to just stick to heating your Remlux suit and not risk overheating the entire SR.
Oh, up to... Also, Senderling, you're aware that your daughter's on stream. Just saying.
Hey, just so you know, girls, you're on stream. I did warn you.
Yeah.
So, shh, please.
It's okay. Oh dear. Oh dear, yeah. See, and when something like this happens, a huge bump that thankfully throws you high in the air, you have lots of time to repair. Just boost to get some height.
But, I could have gone underneath there.
Oh dear.
By the way, your equatorial line is off again.
Just slightly.
0.6 degrees.
Ooh,
yeah.
that was a scratch and a half.
That hurt.
Ouch.
You're spinning, Prime.
Yep, I'm spinning. I'm aware of that.
Badly.
Just a bit. At least I'm not crashing as you are. Are you actually in front or behind me?
I'm behind you.
Ooh! When did that happen? I mean, it's not a race, but I'm winning.
But you're winning it. Currently. Audio has stopped. Has audio stopped? Can someone check the stream, please? Fix the audio.
I see no reason why the audio should have stopped.
I'm still hearing voice.
Yeah, I can hear it.
And all that.
Can
Game as well?
someone...
Yep.
Okay. Then maybe tell Alec to, I don't know, refresh the page or something? If you're saying the stream is okay. Alright. Oh, yeah, that
Park here a minute. I need a quick
audio
AFK
has
for some
stopped
beer.
is a lot more stressful than crashing into it. Oh dear.
Right, chaps, let's show AFK, but I'm going to give you an equatorial aiming point.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
There you go. Please don't annihilate my ship whilst I'm away. There we go.
We'll
Yeah,
try
try
our
to.
best. Yeah, we'll try our
Not
best.
to, sorry.
They're back.
Alright.
Oh, the only one who's gonna kill his ship is me.
Yeah.
I mess up my landing and then, well, oops.
Well, bitrate in OBS is fine, so... Ah,
Yeah, the sound is also, and it's, wow, the video is stuttering right now.
alright, that's strange. I see no dropped frames.
I mean, it could only be me. Let me refresh the page.
What did you say is your bit rate?
My bitrate is okay, it's between 4000 and 4500.
To be honest, that's a bit high. You don't even need that much.
It might
easily
have
tune
just
it-
been
You can
my.
easily tune it down to like 3000 if you're streaming 1080p at 30 frames a
Okay.
second.
That would require me stopping the stream, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Should we try
But
that?
that would also make it easier for, you know, the viewers end to actually
Alright.
properly see the stream.
Okay. Alright. In this case, I hope sound's still working. In this case, I will just stop the stream for a very short second, try to lower the bitrate, and hopefully that will fix it. Give me a second. Stay with us.